back to the channel. I'm Hayley, this is Richard, if you haven't been here before. You're on our Widebeam there. And today, we're going to go for a little cruise, a short cruise today, and we are going to discuss the pros and cons of Widebeam versus Narrowboat.
There we go again.
We don't know them all, obviously, so this is just our perspective. We have hired Narrowboat and now obviously owned a Widebeam for a year, so this is our take on the two. Have the back cover up today, give you a bit more view
and see the rowers.
See behind us. Been so lucky with the weather really lately, so I don't think it's supposed to be quite so nice tomorrow, but it's not bad at all today, which is good.
It's Simpson sky.
Simpson sky, yeah. Little puffy blue, puffy white clouds, blue sky. So Widebeam versus Narrowboat. Obviously, this list isn't exhaustive. Is that the right word? Yeah. But just from our sort of point of view, obviously, like I said, we've hired a Narrowboat, and now we've had a Widebeam for a year, and we've got friends that have a Narrowboat as well. So probably one of the main things to think about is cost. In terms of mooring, marina costs, if you are going to use a marina, it goes on width and length of your boat.
Yeah.
So the most
area squared, isn't it, or whatever on the...
Yeah. So in that terms, you could still have a good 65, 70 foot narrowboat, but it will still cost you less.
Yeah, probably be quite a bit less
because of the width of it. So yeah, marina cost is definitely one to think of. To think of is the manoeuvrability of the boat, and it is definitely more difficult, I think, to drive a Widebeam than a narrowboat. A narrowboat sort of nips into spaces and things a lot easier than a Widebeam.
Yeah, I suppose you're pushing twice the weight, aren't you?
Yeah, and also in things like locks, you can push a narrowboat quite easily with your hands.
Oh yeah, you can push them around from the sides and pull it along with a rope quite easy.
Yeah, you can with a Widebeam, but
not as much.
No, it takes a lot more
You can't
strength.
just give it a shove. You have to lean on it and wait for it to go.
And I think we've said before, I mean, personally, I find a tiller a lot easier as well on a narrowboat.
Yeah, you were really good with a tiller.
Yeah.
I'll just let you do it. You were good. It was like, oh, this is easy.
I drove the narrowboat quite a lot. Well, on the way down the Cane Hill flight, I did the whole flight, didn't I? So yeah, manoeuvrability is definitely easier on a narrowboat.
And they stop quicker.
They do stop quicker, yeah.
Whereas these don't really stop.
No, it takes quite a while for it to
You have to
stop.
plan your stop about 10 minutes ahead.
In terms of mooring, for space, I guess if you've got, 65 foot, 60 foot narrowboat, you still need the same length of space. But going back to being able to manoeuvre it, it's easier to get into a mooring on a narrowboat than a Widebeam.
Yeah, you've only got to get the nose in and jump someone off, haven't you?
Yeah.
With a rope, and they can just pull it in.
I mean, with practice, Richard makes it look easy now. He literally is like the talk of everybody.
Yeah, they do wonder how we get this boat into certain places, even back into the marina. They're like, how did you reverse that in there?
But I mean, when we first went out,
It's a year, isn't it?
We'd look for massive spaces.
Yeah, we could probably get 3 boats in and then go, okay, we can make that.
Yeah, I mean, we probably looked for like 100-foot spaces, but now we know the boat and we know what we can squeeze into, and you'd be quite surprised.
We get in about 61-foot gap, don't we? And you're like, oh my god, and it's like, yeah, we'll get in there.
We've often had people on the bank looking at us going, are we going to get in there?
Yeah, and how did you get it to go sideways?
So for us, I think the deciding factor on getting a wide beam was space, the amount of space, and the fact that you can have, a big shower, a big kitchen, and full-size appliances as well.
Yeah, but also where we're located.
Yeah, because we are obviously located on the Thames, so
Thames, Kennet, and Avon.
We can have that space, whereas obviously that depends on where you want to go, which comes on to the next thing. Obviously we've got the space, we've got the size, but that also then does restrict us in terms of where we can go, and we get lots of people asking, does it restrict you a lot? There's still loads of network that you can do on a wide beam.
Oh, massive.
Yeah, loads and loads. The one thing you can't do is go from the south to the north without being lifted out. So
yeah, you get stuck at the outskirts of Birmingham on the Grand Union.
Yeah, so that's the one thing that's a bit of a shame. If you had a narrowboat, you could go straight up to the north.
And we can't do the Oxford Canal.
No.
Which I'd love to do, but
too big.
Yeah, we couldn't get through the locks.
So, and on that note, because a lot of people do, like I say, ask about where you can go on a wide beam. Another YouTube channel, been around for a long time. Great guys, Mark and Julie. We're on the move. Julie's an artist, and she's created a wide beam canal map. So
it's really good.
Or network map where you can go. So. I'll put a link in the comments because you can buy her map from her website, and our next door neighbours has got a copy on their wall, so it's a really good map, so I'll put a link in the description for that. Just went through Shepperton Lock, and I literally cursed myself. First of all, I thought it was supposed to be lucky I got pooed on, and then secondly, the lockkeeper said to me, "Oh, are you alright throwing the rope?" I said, "Yeah, normally I can do. Yeah, normally I'm fine." And then I said to him, but saying that, I probably cursed it now, and yes, I did, because our bow thruster decided it wasn't going to work, so I was drifting out and tried to throw the rope, and it went straight in the drink.
He came and got mine. I was like, thank you.
Yeah, so there we go. Luckily another boater, bless him, said chuck us the rope, and he put it round for me. Typical. So back to wide beam versus narrowboat. Another consideration is fuel costs. So obviously we're propelling a larger, heavier boat, so our
twice the boat.
Yeah, fuel costs are more, and that also it leads into heating as well. So heating a wide beam would also cost you more and takes longer as well.
I think it does, yeah, because the narrowboat, you haven't got a lot of internal space to heat, have you? So
no.
It used to heat up really quick, didn't it, when we had that one in November?
Yeah, and our friend's narrowboat, I go on there, I'm like, whoa,
it's like an oven.
Like an oven. So it sounds like we're pro narrowboat really at the moment. But some positives for a wide beam is your water tank in general is bigger. I guess your fuel tank is also bigger.
It needs to be bigger, really.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, it's not too bad on fuel. We did all the way to Oxford, didn't I? And I was worried about fuel. And when we got there, we put £80 in. It was like, what?
And also waste tank is bigger, but obviously we've got the composting loo now, so that doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And obviously storage, we've got so much storage space, so that's definitely a big positive for us.
Oh, it's the massive space, isn't it?
I mean, because we have space all under the seating at the back here, we've got the bow locker, we've got double wardrobe each, huge amount of storage under the bed. We've got loads of storage.
We've even got loads in the engine room.
Sorry, the radio's playing up again.
We've got tons in the engine room, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
I say engine room, but underneath there is loads. You put a double bed in there.
So yeah, it's definitely a positive is storage for us. So we've moored up at Docky Eddy, and another consideration for a wide beam is comfort, and I'll show you what I mean. So here's Richard displaying that we can have a full-size sofa on a wide beam boat. And ours, we previously said it's a sofa bed, so if anybody was to come to stay, not that they ever do, it pulls out into a full-size bed.
I don't know why we got that.
No. So our last comment in wide beam versus narrowboat is obviously you've got all the positives of the wide beam, but there is more to clean and there is more to paint. And to that end, I will show you my disastrous bunting. So we were all excited, put up our bunting for Jubilee. Didn't think about it. I bought plastic bunting, and I'll show you what it's done. We bought this plastic bunting, and then it's obviously rained, and it's stuck.
Hey, look at this bit.
Oh no.
I'll peel this one a bit.
Oh, hold on a minute. I'm just trying to dangle myself on the edge of the boat. Okay, go on. Oh no. So as you can see, we've got beautiful transfers of the flag on our paintwork. Oh no.
Guess who's got a lot of polishing to do?
Yeah. Oh well.
G3 and a mop.
So
Comes
yeah,
off.
apparently G3 polish gets anything like that off. So
Yeah,
rookie mistake, but you live and learn.
Might have a busy day, eh?
Yeah. So note to self, don't buy plastic bunting.
No more plastic bunting.
For the boat, because it sticks.
It's
Oh well,
gonna take me a while.
there you go. Whatever your preference, wide beam or narrow boat, there's pros and cons of both. And I think at the end of the day, you've just got to decide what you are using your boat for. How much space that you want. And I don't think with either you'll regret making your decision anyway.
No, unless you put bunting on it.
Yeah.
Then you will.
So like always, give us that cheeky little like, subscribe to our channel, and ping the notification bell that looks like Richard's head.
Hey. Slick.
We'll see you next time. Bye.